student. Today we will discuss chapter number 2, Nutrition in Animals. I know you don't have books, but we are trying to give you little knowledge about the subject. So let's start. In the previous chapter, we have learned that the green plants can prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Unlike plants, animals cannot prepare their own food. So they depend on plant for their food directly or indirectly. We know that all organisms, include humans, require food for growth, for repair damaged parts of their body and obtain energy. So what is animal nutrition? Animal nutrition is the process of taking food by an organism and its digestion, absorption and utilization in the body. What happens to the food within their bodies, but how do animals take this food inside their body? Let us study about these aspects in this chapter. You know that animals take food. How they take food? By main steps, and these are 5 main steps in the process of nutrition in animals. Number 1, ingestion. Ingestion, what is ingestion? The process by which the food is taken inside the body of an organism. When we put food into our mouth with hands, we are ingested the food. Second, digestion. Digestion means the food of most animals consists complex insoluble substances which cannot be absorbed by the body in this form. So the process of break down this complex insoluble food into simple with the help of digestive juices prepared by the body is called digestion. Next, absorption. The process in which the simple soluble digested food substances are absorbed into the blood. Number 4 is assimilation, which is not in this diagram. The simple soluble absorbed food substances are transported to the different part of the body where they are utilized for energy, growth and repair. And the last is the digestion, where the part of the food which we eat remain undigested and unabsorbed, which cannot be utilized by the body, is removed from the body. So these are the 5 processes which this slide we have discussed that there are 5 main steps in the process of nutrition in animals. Now we will discuss digestion in humans. We take in food through the mouth, digest and utilize it. The undigested part of the food are expelled from the body. So the food passes through a long muscular canal called alimentary canal or digestive tract, which begins at the buccal cavity and ends at the anus. This is the digestive system in human. Number 1 is digestive tract, which consists buccal cavity or oral cavity, esophagus or food pipe, stomach, small intestine, large intestine ending at the rectum, and the last anus. The inner wall of the stomach, the small intestine and the various glands such as salivary glands, liver, pancreas secrete digestive juices. These juices convert complex insoluble food substances into simple food substances. So the digestive tract and the associated glands together constitute the digestive system. Study the process of nutrition performed by these organs in detail. Number 1, ingestion. We have learned that the process of taking food into the body is called ingestion, and human beings have mouth for the ingestion of food. Second is digestion. In digestion, number 1 point is buccal cavity or oral cavity. From the mouth, the food goes into the buccal cavity or oral cavity. The buccal cavity contains teeth, tongue and salivary glands. Let us study in detail about each of them. Number 1 is teeth. The teeth break the food into small pieces, chew and grind it. Chewing mixes the small pieces of food with saliva, and this process is called mastication. Each tooth is present in a separate socket in the gum, and the white and the hardest substance which covers the teeth is called enamel. Our teeth are of different shapes and carry out different functions, and there are 4 types. Number 1, incisor. There are 4 flat and blade-like teeth present in the front part of each jaw, and also known as bite and cut the food into small pieces, and they are also known as cutting teeth. Second, canines. They are also known as tearing teeth. They are present on the either side of the incisor. They are sharp and pointed teeth which help in tearing the food. Third, premolars, which is also known as grinding teeth. There are 2 premolar next to each canine. They grind food and break it into small pieces. Next, molars. They are also known as grinding teeth. The remaining teeth in the jaw are 3 molars on the either side of the premolars, and these teeth are also used to crush and grind the food. Of the buccal cavity is tongue. The tongue is a fleshy muscular organ attached at the back to the floor of the buccal cavity. It is free at the front and can be moved in all directions. Main function: it helps in mixing saliva with food. It helps in pushing and thus swallowing the food into the food pipe. It helps in getting the different tastes of food. As you know that it contains 4 types of tastes: salty, sour, bitter, sweets, and the last function, it enables us to speak. Third part of the buccal cavity is salivary glands. The salivary glands produce saliva, and it contains enzyme called amylase that break down the starch present in the food into sugar. Saliva also make the food wet and slimy so that it can be easily swallowed. Food pipe or esophagus. From the mouth cavity, the tongue pushes the chewed food into a short muscular tube called the pharynx. From the pharynx, the food goes into a long, narrow muscular tube called the food pipe or esophagus. When the slightly digested food enters the food pipe, the walls of the esophagus start contracting and expanding to push the food down into the stomach. The digestion of food does not take place in the esophagus. The pushing down of food by the wall of the esophagus in a wave-like action and is called peristalsis. The food goes to the stomach. The stomach is a J-shaped, thick-walled organ present on the left side of the abdomen. It is the widest part of the alimentary canal. The inner wall of the stomach contains gastric glands which secretes gastric or digestive juice which contain 3 substances: hydrochloric acid, pepsin and mucus. Hydrochloric acid kills many harmful bacteria that enter with the food, and it makes the medium in the stomach acidic, which enhances the action of digestive enzymes. Mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach. Small intestine is the longest part of the alimentary canal. It is about 7.5 meters long and arranged in the form of a coil. The small intestine receives secretion from 2 glands, the liver and the pancreas, though a common duct. The wall of the small intestine also secretes digestive juice called intestinal juices. The partially digested food gets mixed with these juices. The process of digestion completes in the small intestine. Now, liver. The liver is the reddish brown gland situated in the upper part of the abdomen on the right side. It is the largest gland in the body, and it secretes bile juice which is stored in the sac called the gall bladder, located near the liver. Bile juice help in the digestion of fat. Next, pancreas. The pancreas is the large cream colored gland located just below the stomach. It secretes pancreatic juice and releases it into the intestine, which act on carbohydrates and protein and change them into simple form. Last, intestinal juice. Partially digested food now reaches the lower part of the small intestine, which start in the start in the mouth, and now it is completed in the small intestine. As you know, the process of absorption occur in the small intestine, but how? The inner wall of the small intestine has millions of finger-like projections or fold called villi. Each villi has a network of thin and small blood vessels called capillaries close to each surface. This villi give the inner walls of the small intestine a very large surface area for the absorption of digested food. This food is utilized by the cell to release energy, and the absorbed food is carried to all the cells of the body by blood. The process is digestion of undigested food. The food that remains undigested or unabsorbed passes from the small intestine into the large intestine, which is wider, short than the small intestine. Large intestine has two parts: colon, upper part, rectum, lower part. Colon absorb water and some salt from the undigested food. The undigested food becomes dry and almost semi-solid. This is known as feces, and it's stored in the rectum and pass out through the anus. Assimilation by blood capillaries. The absorbed food from the small intestine to different organs of the body, where it is used for growth, for requirement, or for repair our body tissues. In previous slides we have discussed nutrition in animals. Now, nutrition in ruminants. Certain grass-eating animals such as cows, buffaloes, deer, sheep quickly gather their food. They chew the food rapidly, mix with saliva, and swallow it hurriedly. Do you know why? The carnivores eat these grass-eating animals as their food. To avoid being caught by carnivores, grass-eating animals quickly eat their food. Then they move to a safer place and bring the food back into the mouth in small lumps and chew it. This process of chewing food is called rumination, and these animals are called ruminants. In ruminants, the stomach is divided into four chambers, as you can see in the figure. Number 1 rumen, second reticulum, third omasum, and the last is ovomasum. This type of stomach is called compound stomach. The food that is swallowed goes into the first chamber. It is partially digested and is called cur. It then goes to the second chamber, from where it is returned to the mouth through chewing. After through chewing and mixing with saliva, the re-chewed food is swallowed again. Now bypass the first two chambers and enter the third and the smaller chamber. Here it is broken down into smaller pieces. The food entered the fourth chamber. Here a kind of gastric juice containing enzymes, and the process of digestion come to an end. So the digested food now passes into the small intestine. Here the absorption of the food takes place, and the undigested food passes through the large intestine and is digested from the body. Amoeba. Nutrition in amoeba. Amoeba is a microscopic organism found in ponds, pools, and ditches. Its body is made up of a single cell. The cytoplasm, which is filled in a thin membrane, contains a spherical nucleus and a few vacuoles. Amoeba is capable of changing its shape and pushing out finger-like projection called pseudopodia, as many as required. When amoeba come in contact with its food, it stretches out two pseudopodia around the food. The tip of the pseudopodia fuse with each other. A food cavity or a food vacuole is formed which contains the food particle. Now the food vacuole receive digested juices from the body and act on the food and break it into simple and soluble substances. These substances are absorbed in the cytoplasm and stored or utilized for its growth, development and release energy. The food which remain undigested is expelled through the cell membrane. So the digestion in food vacuole prevent digestive enzyme to mix with the cytoplasm.